Hi guys, welcome to a new series of Oxygen Not Included with me, Murphy. We've just started a new game, and I have been shuffling these dupes around, and I cannot believe that I have got dupes with so many plus abilities. The only problem is, obviously here, our Ashcan, which is one of the new graphic dupes, he can't do research, but he's got a +1 learning, which is interesting. We've got Bubbles, who unfortunately in a new update with the disease, she's a biohazard, so basically she's going to get sick constantly, but I'm going to give her a try. And then we've got Joshua, and he has got just an irritable bowel as an issue, but he's a caregiver, so something to do with healing people, so Josh and Bubbles will probably be doing a lot of work together, and Ashcan is going to be a Twinkle Toes. We've got decor expectations of 15, 0 and 5, which isn't too bad to deal with. Food qualities all -0, sorry, -3. We've got 2 binge eaters and an ugly crier. We're going to stick with the name that's been given me, the Ultra Dimension, and we're going to embark onto our new colony. Let's go. So, as usual, I'm going to quickly pause this once it actually opens up. Right, let's pause that. Let's just zoom out and have a look at what we've got around us. If we check on our temperature overlay, we have to see the areas around us where the heat is. Okay, and it looks like it's very warm all the way around. Right, okay, so we need a few things to get started, and we are going to need, we're going to need water. Yeah, we're going to need a lot of water. Right, so let's start digging our guys out, and let's this shine bug out, so we can just take out all this lot, and we'll go that way as well. Let them get on with it, and we'll also get some ladders in place so that we can actually access this water down here, because we're going to need to let this water down, and that will go into there once it's got down there, which is fine. Now I'm doing this so that we can actually let's do that as a priority, because I kind of do want that in place, because we want this put there. Yeah. I'm kind of doing this as a priority because what I've seen in other little test plays is if you do not get your toilet sorted out and your wash basin sorted out quickly, then you're in a lot of problems with germs early on in the game, which I don't really want to have that sort of problem at this stage. And let's have a quick scan what else is going on around us. Okay, so we've got a slime area here, so that will be full of slime land, perfect. And we'll dig out that one as well. I want this all opened up, so I can then drop that water into this area as well. And that'll just keep me going for a short spell. Toilets are now going to be the next thoughts. Where do we put our toilets? Because we're going to need water run into them, and we want it on a one-way system. So do you know what? I'm kind of thinking just plonk the toilets over here for the time being. We've got a lot of dirty water down here. Yeah, I'm thinking to do that. So let's drop. No, not sure yet. Let me think about this. So if we right, let's put them here. So that's going to be the sort of level we expect our water to get to. So if we take out Let's just do that. Uproot. And uproot. Ruffles, you going to get out of there? You okay? Cool. So we can start digging along here. Take out that sort of level to start with. That'll do. And we'll put our toilets in that area. Okay. Right. What else have we got? So we've got our one hatch, which is going to be useful a bit later on, I hope. Let's get rid of those. And I'm going to put it in. No, hang on. Oh, he's gone there. Perfect. Let's get a storage locker in place. Primarily just to stop that hatch from pinching anything that we don't want him to pinch, like food and seeds and anything else. It's pretty good stuff. So we we're going to need to go down another layer here, because that is going to be our floor level. We'll plop our toilets in, and then we're going to need medicine, our wash basins. I'm going to put a higher priority on the wash basins, on the basis that we need to ensure that they're in place as soon as we've got a toilet created. Actually, I don't need that to be such a high. We can put that toilet to a high as well. That's fine. We're going to put in all in here, apart from... Yeah, let's do that. And copy selection. And we're going to sweep this area here, just so that those two are safe from our hatch. Do not want to lose any food at this point in the game. Right, okay, so we've now got our toilets. We're going to put a directional of, as they leave, we're going to have a priority 9, so that they'll go and get water and put it in there in preparation for, let's take these down to 7. So I want them to put water in there first. There we go, so the wash basins are now active. Toilets are nearly active as well, which means we can then control the effect of any germs. Perfect. Right, okay, so let's just quickly have a look at our germ overlay. So at the moment we've got our 2 sources of germs. We've got no germs anywhere else in the base, and we are getting our wash basins in place so that we can actually ensure that we have got sufficient toilets and wash facilities for our little dupes. Now, you're looking at the toilets and wonder, why do we actually have 2 wash basins for 2 toilets? And the reason is, if one of these wash basins is being used and a dupe uses the second toilet, he'll walk straight past the wash basin and spread germs everywhere. So the idea is having it one wash basin per toilet is so that the dupes will make sure they wash their hands as they leave the area. That's the plan anyway. Okay, so we've got toilet sorted out. Now we need to start thinking about our food source. We can let out that water run down, which is fine. Hopefully that shine bug won't get themselves caught and killed. Let's hope so anyway. Or let's hope not so anyway. That's more like it. We're going to also have these set to 9 priority. basically, what we want to do with these outhouses is we want to make sure they've always got they're being cleaned, or they're always take priority, because we'd want no germs to spread around as best as possible. So that's the idea. Right, our hatch is out, and we can actually speed this up, I think, now. Also, we put some comments on the update video a few days ago asking for dupe names, and we've had a few come through. So what I'd like to do is rename some of our dupes. Now, Ashcan is a good all-rounder apart from research, Bubbles is bodybuilder, and Joshua. So we have got 3 names. We've got, well, actually we've got 4 names. We've got 3 boys and 1 girl. So, Bubbles, you are going to be named. I'm going to call you BU for you, Bubbles. Now, BU for you is another YouTuber. She's creates very similar content. I'll put a little link in the video description below if you want to go and have a nosy at some of her things. We've been going about the same sort of length of time, and she's part of a community of YouTubers that are working together to help each other grow. So we're going to call her that, Bubbles BU for you, for her. And then we have got Ashcan. Ashcan is a good all-rounder, so this guy is going to be called David. Now, why did I say David? Now, David is one of our... Oops, come on. Why don't you let me change his name? No? Oh, okay. Right, where are you? You're there, Ashcan. Let me just know that I want Josh. Ashcan. Oh. 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 Oh, okay. Well, let me change your names. Okay, we've got Bubbles in there. And I will try again. No, won't let me change it. That is frustrating, to say the least. Right, I just spotted some food poisoning hits. So we've currently got food poisoning in these toilets. And we've actually got it in this compactor already. So the sandstone in the area. That's interesting because we didn't get this cleared earlier enough. The actual sandstone has now got the germs, which is just perfect. Right, okay. What else we got to do? We've got to get some food sources. We've got to get some oxygen production. We've got to get some food quite urgently, actually. Right, what else can I see around here? Have we got... No, we're not seeing anything where we can pick up any mushrooms. Oh no. Right, we're going to need to go for mushy bars. Now, we're going to need to get our power. We've got no ore. Hang on, is that ore? Yeah, that's copper. Let's go and dig that out. Get those pieces as a priority. And we've got a load of copper at the top here, so let's just get our guys. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's there. Alright, so that is 12 squares either direction. So we're going to just put in a couple more blocks. Preparation, and same this way. Popping a ladder over here as well. Alright, let's just cancel that one off. Right, okay. So, what else have we got to get done? We need more metal, definitely, so that we can actually start producing some some power. So let's get that in place. So let's pop in a basic system. And then I can't do research yet. because I need more raw metal. That's just about right. Okay, so let's just increase the priority of these jobs. Right. Oops. Where'd he go? Lost my hatch. It's probably buried down here now, actually. How are we doing on our germs? Okay, that's good. Not too bad at all. And there we go, some mushrooms. Perfect. They will come in very handy. Alright, so that's... I love the way it's saying it's not got a suitable tile to build on, yet it's still actually half buried itself. Alright, let's just put... Why is that giving me... Oh no, it's because it's... What's wrong with you? Why aren't you doing that job? Okay, let's get some more ladders in place. And how are we doing on stress? No one's stressed at the moment. Let me see if I can rename Ashcan again. No, okay. What about if I try and do it here? My bubbles isn't letting me change the name, which is highly frustrating. Okay, we're going to have to do come back to that a bit later. Let's just speed this up overnight. So we've got dupes doing nothing, which is just great. Let's go and dig out this area here. In preparation for actually we can take out a bit more here, can't we? Yeah, let's take that out. Alright. I'm not worried about that. Ooh, infected food. Don't tell me I've got food infected. No, not yet. We can disinfect those, I think, possibly, or that. Just to keep on top of it. Let's put another couple of storage compactors in so that we can actually keep on top of that as well. So we're basically just decontaminating the toilets on a regular basis. Now, it's kind of a lot of micromanaging to do that. It's not necessarily needed. But I think it's a case of early in the game, I really don't want to have any problems with having dupes getting ill, especially when I've got bubbles who will get ill a lot. So I kind of want to make sure that nothing happens to her. Right. Okay, so we can now dig out all this lot. So if I actually continue that ladder up, actually we can dig out just take it like that, and then we can just start taking it away from 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so they can, yeah, that should work. Alright, cool. So let's copy those selections onto those. Now we don't have any. Let's take off polluted. Copy selection. Don't want any there. We've got 11 visits left, 13 there, which means we're going to need to get our compost created. So let's get our research up and running. Do that as a matter of priority. I'm not actually going to select any one specific to do the research this time. The one point that Noble Rambler made was if you actually have for researchers, so look, if we look here, we've got learning on 1. If we have one person doing that specifically, then obviously their skill will improve drastically. However, when you look at the the dupes learning other skills, theoretically that should actually have a bearing on that as well. So how quickly they learn. So let's choose a new dupe. Let's look at the attributes. Immunity, construction, athletics, cooking, creative, digging, -3 strength, never a good thing. Cooking and immunity. We're going to go for Grossman, and we're actually going to see if we can name him David. And David, although you're a pacifist, all my dupes are pacifists because the creatures in the game are there to help. So David, you're in. And David is one of the or one of my longest subscribers. He has been very active on the forums, on the comments on each videos. So you're in there. Okay, so what have we got going on? We've got research going, so we're going to have toilets soon. I'm going to need to dig out more area, I think, here. Because what I'd like to have is let's take this out. Because what I'd like to actually have is the toilets and the composting facilities right next to each other. Now, as I've got the these toilet blocks here, where they have their own wash basins, I'm going to need to make sure that we have some wash basins around those composting cells as well, because they give off germs, which is just about right. Okay, so can we see anything else? Oh, we've got loads of fungal spores, which are the seeds for the mushrooms. I need to do something with pitcher peppers this time round. Anything else we can see? We should have some new ruins around us, so we can actually play around with that as well. Alright, so actually that needs to be about priority 9 research in Surrey. Somebody has to be on there constantly. Now, I'm sticking with my 5 tall levels again, because as we see here, that these are the highest these are is 5. And that is because I want to ensure that I've got room to put pictures above. Now, I have kind of made a boo-boo here by not digging this lot out when I could. But I should be able to get those out. Can I get that one from there? No, I can't. So the idea is so that we can make sure that we have space for pictures above to improve decor, because that is going to cause stress like nobody's business in here. So I kind of want to make sure that things that can cause problems are kept to a minimum. Let's increase that as well. The kind of the priorities is power and research, and building this section here in preparation for putting our refinements, our composting section down. So I'm going to build another wash basin here, and I'm also going to put in a storage compactor, and I'm also going to put in a manual airlock. So we'll have space for a let's pop that actually. Let's cancel that so I can build that up. We're going to have space for an air deodorizer in here as well, because I want to ensure that whatever happens... actually, do you know what? Cancel that. Let's move this over slightly. So we put them here. Yeah. That there, that's fine. Put all that to 9. And I've moved it over for the reason that I was saying before about having that air deodorizer. I'm going to want to have this area all dug out, so I can actually put in here everything I need. So what we're going to have, let me explain myself a bit better. We want to have around our composting facilities, something to clean their hands after they've been in. We're going to need a storage compactor for all the fertilizer that comes out of there and the dirt. So we're going to need to put dirt in there actually, so organic polluted dirt. That can be built as well, and we're going to have that as a leaving and a priority 9 again. Let's dig out there as well, just because we can. Right, and sweep and sweep. Actually, you can be 8 cleaning. Oh, we've got hatch as well. Oh, great. That's not necessarily a good thing, actually. Oh, that was me hatch from up here that fell, that got trapped behind the floor. Right, that'll explain it. Let's build and deconstruct. Alright, so we'll have basically somewhere for the polluted dirt to be removed and placed in here immediately, and we're also going to need a way to get rid of the the polluted water that these things are going to be giving off. Now it's a case of now creating somewhere for that to go, and I'm kind of thinking that we could do with putting it in here, because I want to basically keep things as clean as possible. So I'm going to create a cavern down here where the polluted water can go into from up here, and then we'll put a pump in place for it. Who's there? Oh, our hatch is stuck in the door. That's about right. Yeah, so I want somewhere where the water can go down here through a mesh tile once that's available, and we can then keep that all contained within one area. So that's kind of what I'm hoping. And also the dupes won't need to travel too far to deal with it. So that's my ideas. What's going on here? Let's put that to 9, because this has got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to create this as a little system. And a little room. We'll dig out all that. And then we will put in a pump as soon as we can do. How are we doing on oxygen? We're not doing too bad. We're not doing great either, so let's just get one in place. Okay, so that's kind of en route. We can sweep this slot first, because I kind of want to make sure that we don't have anything. Oh no, we haven't got anywhere to put them. Let's put in a couple more storage compactors. And hopefully we'll be able to perfect. Let's jump on to the next research, which will be piping, because we want to be able to pump that water out. We want to get it all set up so that we can actually pump it out as soon as we can. Right. Okay, I think we'll leave it there for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like what you've seen, hit that subscribe, and that's Murphy out.